Yeah. So that was good. I got almost all my holiday shopping done in about 10 minutes in one shot, which is a very rare occasion. Still need one more thing though. But something much less boring about traveling is the camera bag, of course. So let's have a look what's inside. So first of all, we have the bag, which is actually an Amazon Basic. No, it's not the Amazon Basics. It was on Amazon and it was £16. It wasn't very expensive. It was a Dura Gadget one. The main reason I bought this one is because my friends had it for years, and before I had like this satchel style and it barely fit any of my gear. I could put one small body and one lens, which just wasn't enough space, and it wasn't very convenient. There was no space to put my mic or my drone. This is a much better workflow. So what have we got in the bag? Well, first of all, we have barely anything. We have the B cam that I barely use it. Well, I don't use it anymore. We have my drone. In these, we have Mavic Air controller for the drone, and in this last pocket here, we have, I think, some ND filters. Nope, we have, yeah, actually we have a circular ND filter, some cables for the gimbal that I'm not bringing, and a receipt from Jessups. Good to know I'm being space efficient. But wait, there's more. We have this mini Manfrotto tripod, which I'm going to talk about first. As many of you may know, up until recently, I was using the Joby GorillaPod for vlogging, and while it's great for the first 2 months, after that it tends to go very much downhill. It just stops holding your camera, it drops off. I don't trust it with my nice camera that I like very much and would rather not smash. So instead now I have this Manfrotto Pixi, I think, yeah, the Manfrotto Pixi. And this is basically just as grippy. It's not quite as long and you can't wrap it around things, but it's excellent for vlogging. It can easily hold my GH5. So this is the first thing that I take with me. Next, as previously mentioned, we have a camera. I'm going to throw some B-roll on the screen of the GH5 now, but this is actually the Panasonic G7, which was my main camera for a very long time. And the GH5 is basically the more professional version of this camera. It's the same mount, it shoots more frame rates, it shoots more codecs, the autofocus is better, there's IBIS, it's generally just a better camera. Oh, and the build quality is far superior. Very important for me. Next, as I was saying, we have my drone. Now, this is the DJI Mavic Air, my favorite drone I've ever owned. For some comparison, this is an iPhone 7, this is the Mavic Air. They're basically the same size. This isn't even the Plus model, this is just the standard model. Before, I would have to take this like polystyrene case out whenever I wanted to fly my drone, but nowadays I can just take this, I can slot it in my camera bag, that's where it lives. I don't need to do anything else, and that's very nice when you're traveling with a very small bag, as previously mentioned. Now let's move on to the actual camera setup that I'm using. So as I mentioned, this is the main camera. This is actually my Panasonic GH5. I bought this fairly recently and I'm very, very glad I did. I almost bought the Canon EOS R, and while that would have been great, this thing is just truly magical when it comes to video. Let's get a closer look at that. There are many reasons as to why I chose this as my main travel camera. For one, it is very, very weather sealed. I saw some guy on Instagram who, like, I think he took his in the desert cold. I remember I was on Instagram and I saw a guy who took this thing to Burning Man. He got it so caked in sand. I've never seen a dirtier GH5. In fact, the other day, I was time-lapsing like a pond, and of course I got disgusting, disgusting pond water all over my lovely GH5, but it's absolutely fine, which is amazing, and I have no doubt that this thing's going to be great for travel. Rundown of the specs: it shoots 4K 60 FPS, 10-bit 4K, up to 180 FPS slow-mo, and is overall just a really solid camera. I also like the fact that it's configurable. Like, you see that little button right there? You see, when I'm vlogging, it's very difficult, especially when I have it on the Manfrotto Pixi. It's very hard to just hit that and start recording. So I have this button on the front configured to also start recording, which is amazing. The next item I have is my microphone of choice. This is the original Rode video mic. I bought it probably 2 months ago now, and in that time this microphone has never failed me. The audio quality is rock solid on this thing. I actually use it as my main video mic in my videos when I'm sitting at home. So using this on the go means that I get a similar audio quality, and it's just a very good mic in general. The one problem I have with it though is that it takes these, and these are 9-volt batteries. This thing gets through them in probably 2 weeks. Finally, we have the lens that I'm taking. Now this is the kit lens from Panasonic. This is the 12-40. I'm gonna put it back on the GH5 to avoid dust. This is actually the only Panasonic lens I have at the moment because I switched to Canon a while back, so I sold all of my Panasonic lenses. Not the smartest decision, but this is wide enough for me to get some great wide angle action going on, but it's also got 60mm, so I can get some nice background compression. In fact, you stay there, look at that, that's nice. It's not the fastest lens, in fact it's an f3.5 to 5.6, which isn't great. I'm planning to get some more Panasonic lenses soon, but this is the only one I have at the moment. For what I need in this trip coming up, it's going to be absolutely fine. Of course, the final item, and it's not a camera bag if it's not full of these, are of course just assorted lens caps. This doesn't even fit the lens. This fits the body though, so I'm going to be taking that. The trip's going to last 8 days. I have a very nice video planned. That's just going to go live while I'm in Portugal. I'm going to make a video while I'm in Portugal. Then, after a nice break, I'm going to get back to making these videos. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like the video. If you want to see more content like this, then smash that subscribe button. I'm done, and I'll see you guys when I get back.